All right, so we saw how to solve using, if we know the two sides and the one contained angle. Now what happens if I'm given three sides and I'm looking for an angle, right? So in this case, I have all three sides and I'm asked to solve for angle A. Remember that the formula, we're going to use a different kind of formula, which is cos A. So I'm looking for cos A equals B squared over 2BC, right? Now, here is the trick with this, is that after you enter all the values, okay, let me do this, CBA, so 38 squared plus 26 squared minus 30 squared over 2 times 38 times 26. So what I want you to do is I want you to find the value of the top by itself, find the value of the denominator by itself, then do the division, okay? Otherwise, you're going to have to do a lot of brackets, okay? If you're going to do it all together, then you must put brackets here and brackets here and then do it, okay? Otherwise, you're going to have an error, okay? So make sure that the safest thing to do is find an answer for the numerator. What would you get for that? 1220? Yeah. And then what would you get for the denominator? And then you do cos A equals to this, right? So in order to find angle A, what do I have to do since it's cos A equals to this? Inverse, okay? So when you're doing the inverse, you can, if you want, find 4 decimal place, or you can enter this in the calculator, cos inverse, bracket 1220 over 1976, close bracket. Or you can find the fraction to 4 decimal place and then do cos inverse. Okay? So what's 1220 divided by 1976? That's not 4 decimal place. Okay, that's the 4 decimal place. Right? So what you can do is you can actually find what 1220 over 1976 is and then do cos inverse of that, or you can do cos inverse brackets 1220 over 1976. And what did you get for that? 51, because angle should be to the nearest degree. What was it? 51 point what? 6 or something. I like your answers. Very, very accurate.
Just to make a point that it went up above the 5. So
I see. What's the answer? 8. So that's 52 degrees. Okay? Are we good with that? All right. So the tricks that I want to teach you guys is that entering the math properly in the calculator is half the battle. Okay? Knowing that BEDMAS is playing the trick here. Okay? You have to make sure that you're doing BEDMAS properly, and that's why I'm teaching you these tricks. We're good with that? Okay, so can I move on to the word problem application? Okay. So let's read the question together. So we have 2 hikers set out in different directions from a marked tree on the Bruce Trail. The angle formed between their path measure 50 degrees. After 2 hours, one hiker is 6 kilometers from the starting point, and the other is 9 kilometers from the starting point. How far apart are the hikers to the nearest tenth of a kilometer? So what do I have here? What's my scenario? Okay, so they're both starting at the same point, right? So they're starting at the same point and they're going in different direction, right? So they're both starting at this point from that marked tree, right? And one is going this way, the other one is going this way. And it says that the angle formed between their path measure 50 degrees. So I know that this is going to be 50 degrees. After 2 hours, one hiker is 6 kilometers from the starting point. So hiker 1 is 6 kilometers from the starting point. Hiker 2 is 9 kilometers from the starting point. The question is, how far are they apart? So I'm looking for this. So what scenario do I have here? Two sides and which angle? Contained angled. Okay, contained angle. So I'm looking for side A. Let's say a squared equals so let's call this B, this C. It doesn't matter which one is which in this case. 9 squared plus 6 squared minus 2 times 9 times 6 times cosine 50. Can you guys do 2 times 9 times 6 times cos 50 for me? 69.4. And what would a squared be? And then I have to do square root. Six point what?
6.9 kilometers.
Okay. This is a word problem, application problem. So I have to put a therefore statement. Therefore, hiker 1 and hiker 2 are 6.9 kilometers away from each other. When you read a question like this, would you be able to draw the picture?
I draw it like a perfect rectangle, so that's okay for you.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. It could be. I'm not gonna look at like if they're. It's okay. I'm not even to scale, right? That's fine.